in your life like a police department officer who might have a secret drug addiction, just trying to go get his man who likes getting scores. This is the Real Ignorance Podcast on the For Frequency Sake Podcast Network. We are coming to you here on this beautiful day. We want to thank everybody hanging out with us. First, let's quickly thank our sponsors that allow us to bring you all of our content here on our lovely podcast network. As always, Ryan Allison Tattoo Derm Remodeling, who have been with us for a long time. We always appreciate them and want to thank everybody that is watching and hanging out with us here tonight. Couple bits of housekeeping before we continue to move on. Please like the video if you are watching on whatever platform. It goes a long way. Also, we drop another video today coming out earlier or a little bit later than this, depending on what time of day this gets uploaded. We are dropping another edition of the weekend warm-up. Last week, shout out to Ray, Don, and Danny for holding it down for me as I was out of commission. We are going to be back in commission for this week's show. We have a lot to discuss. As we have a lot to discuss here today, we apologize for missing last week. Things got weird and timing got weirder, but we are back. And gentlemen, the heat is around the corner. We are about to review Heat. I am ecstatic. I am levitating, and I can already tell I might be the only one that enjoyed this film. I'm joined, as always, by my co-steeds, Blake, who is tired, and Ethan, who is ready to yell at us for enjoying a 90s movie. Gentlemen,
Hello.
how are you guys doing tonight?
Another day in the office.
Pretty good, just living the life.
Yeah? Listen, man, I just want y'all to know that if I got to make a choice, and I got to be the one to put one of y'all down, I will not hesitate. But we're about to figure that out and
I
find
don't
out
think
about.
you should admit that on live radio. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Probably not a good idea.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not a cop or anything, but I don't know, buddy.
Ethan, isn't
Blake,
it so
now-
nice to
now
just
we know
have
if-
Blake's face?
It is nice to have Blake's face, but Blake, now if one of us dies in a shooting, we everybody knows.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody knows who it was.
It was
He didn't
me.
hesitate.
I'm just out here trying to quote stuff. We got a lot to get to. I'm excited to do this film. This is a movie that I was introduced to a few years back, and I instantly fell in love with it. And a lot of there's some podcasts I listen to talk about this movie a lot. And yeah, man, this is the good old days, folks. I'm gonna be one of those people, and I was literally born when this film came out, so that's gonna show our age a bit. But let's get into it. Of course, again, like I said, we are talking about Heat from 1995, the crime heist movie, starring, of course, Al Pacino and Robert De Niro and Val Kilmer and a few others. We're going to get into all of them. One of Michael Mann's magnum opuses, in a litany of fantastic things. Gentlemen, what is walking into this? I gave us the list of choices for this. Blake, this is the second time that I had this movie up on the docket. I wanted us to do a heist movie. I was feeling a heist movie, and this is the one we all came to conclusion. What were your expectations walking into this experience, Blake? And then we'll go to you, E.
I didn't have really any expectations. I'm gonna be honest with you. All right, give me fucking what? What are we doing, bro? I'm too tired for this shit.
Yours is pausing. Mine's not.
Now, I guess now. Go ahead, Blake.
To be honest, I don't really whatever technical difficulty, whatever. Honestly, I didn't really have any expectations going into this movie. I've heard things about it. Obviously, Al Pacino, Val Kilmer, Robert De Niro, all these big time 90 actors. You hear things about how they were the people who kind of like carried, quote unquote, the 90s. So I was just kind of strapped in for a ride. So I didn't have like high expectations. I didn't have low. Just kind of went in, just expecting to watch a movie, and I did.
Ethan, let me ask you this question: has any man ever looked so good while killing innocent people than Val Kilmer with a ponytail?
Probably not. In all honesty, I mean,
R.I.P. R.I.P. to a legend.
yeah, yeah. R.I.P. to that guy. So yeah, to piggyback off of Blake, I really didn't have any expectations about this movie. I really had never even heard of this movie until like you mentioned it, and like you got so excited for it that I thought it was gonna be like an immaculate like movie to like be like, oh, this is like one of the pinnacles of heist movies, and to me, it's just it fell very flat.
This is going to be a fun conversation to discuss everyone's thoughts on what we got here. This movie is incredibly well received over the year, just in general. Um, this has high ratings on every possible platform you can imagine. This is one of the, in my opinion, this is on the Mount Rushmore of heist movies, and that's kind of what I wanted to start with. I think there's certain aspects of these types of movies that have to click certain notches when you watch these kind of movies. Sometimes you just kind of turn your brain off. The thing I like about this one so much is that it does have just a lot of different stuff going on. Some things are bad, which I agree with when it comes to maybe some subplots that are a bit too out there, and yes, the movie probably is a little bit too long. Uh but the things that I really adore is, the characters in this movie, and I think that that's what this type of film you don't there are a lot of the in-depth building of the characters. It's different, like seeing stuff that we see in this film compared to maybe something that comes out today. You don't get it as much, I think, as you do now, Blake. And there are times in this movie, just in general, that it does feel like you're going like you're bouncing back and forth to from stuff, and it's like, hold on, what is happening? However, uh, I do believe that this is that trying to reach all these characters and give them some substance is something you just don't get these days in storytelling in modern movie making. And
All right, so yeah, like I think mainly the reason why we don't get as in-depth character building like anymore in modern day movies is because of just how like inconsistent it made the movie with the timeline and with the plot and like all that kind of stuff, because when you have all those extra side plots you lose, or like you like don't have the major main point anymore, because like you're focusing so much on all these other side characters and all that kind of stuff that it makes it just hard to keep a coherent main plot, in my opinion. So like that the things in the 90s and like the 80s and all that kind of stuff where like movies were just getting big and like are like bigger than what they were like in the past, like people were learning like, hey, what makes amazing movies, like, right? So nowadays like you have that perfect amount of side plot to main plot where it all like is cohesive and like nice, like where this movie it just feels like it's like, oh, we have all these characters, let's just throw things together and see what sticks.
Yeah, I sort of agree in the aspect of, yeah, the movie is close to 3 hours, but it is 3 hours of more storytelling than character development. Like, I think there's a lot of points where it's bouncing back and forth, which is not it's not necessarily a bad thing. For some movies, it does work. It really does work sometimes, and sometimes you don't actually need full character development. But I think there was like the only people that really got true character development were uh, Robert De Niro's character, Neil, Al Pacino's, and I mean, not even like fully character development from
Yeah, I'm
Al
like, I don't even
taking a
know if you
character,
can
but
say, I don't even know if you can say Al
and
Pacino
like the
really
only
had
other person I
character
can think of is
development.
Chris, Val Kilmer's character. Like his character development
Yeah,
with his and his wife was like a story and plot point in it, which I actually
like
I enjoyed quite well. But like
like Danny Trejo's character in this movie
I don't know crap about him.
was literally
Very just kind of there.
He's just
in the
literally,
first heist, and then he makes the call at the diner that he's getting tailed, and then he dies
Yep.
because, and it's like the most important death in the movie apparently because they think he's a rat.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
that makes no sense. Like you haven't had him in the movie the whole entire time, and yet you try
He's
to make him
there.
one of the best deaths.
It definitely. So I thought that in general, which we'll talk about more throughout when we get into categories and stuff. But I get what you're saying. I thought so. Certain people whose plot points, like so, guys like Wayne Grow, who's the villain, basically the main villain of this movie.
There's like
Uh,
4 different
Like
villains. I don't
they
know
didn't
who the
really give us
villain
like a
is in this
back. Like
movie.
I get why Wangro was doing what he did, but like we didn't really have
There's
a backstory on why there was like really like why was he doing what he was doing.
there's
you have to,
Wangro.
yeah. You kind of had to just off.
I feel like I had a guess. I
You
don't know.
kind of it's certain things are kind of subtly thrown at you, like Chorito, his entire backstory, which Tom Sizemore's character, his entire arc basically is explained to you through talking and through that instead of on screen. Like the only on screen development you really get for Chorito's character or for Chorito is uh him in one of, if not the best scenes in the movie. The action is the juice. Oh, that and like when they're at the dinner and he gives the ring to his wife out of nowhere. Like those are the only kind of on-screen things for him.
Mhm.
Outside of that, it's his work in the crew, but a lot of how they kind of there's little subtle things for like him that you pick up on, like how he acts towards certain people and how he just kind of operates. But for a guy like him, a lot of it is you're finding out from other pieces. Like when it gets heard about how he called dude slick, and it gets to the CI who heard about him calling people that in prison, and they attach it, which it is a bit of a plot hole, not gonna lie, which we'll talk about. But because that's kind of what their entire case gets built off of, is because he called Wayne Grow slick before Wayne Grow got a move on. Um,
Mhm.
but I think there's that type of stuff I enjoy when you have to kind of use different like blocking building blocks. Sometimes it's good to have it spoon fed to you, but
I
sometimes it
get it.
is
Like
nice
not
to see like,
everything I
oh, it's a
expect
bit
to
of
be
a
spoon fed, but like there's some things where I'm like, okay, this guy is one of the main villains. Why am I not getting a backstory on what is causing all of these
Yeah,
problems within
who
the
like
group, or what's his motive? And
who's truly supposed to be the villain in this movie? Because like technically, like you would think the main villain would be De Niro, right? Like he's the leader of the giant heist, and then you have this random financial guy who's Van Zant, which literally has nothing to do with anything other than the fact that they wanted to launder money through him, and then he becomes a big deal.
well, they stole some of the bearer bonds that
They
they
stole
stole
the
were his.
bonds, yeah, but like that, like I don't get it. It wasn't needed. He wasn't needed at all. If you want Wayne Grow to be
Uh,
the bad guy, make Wayne Grow the bad guy. Don't give him some random like rich dude to just hide behind and then get killed. It just makes no sense.
it does take a few turns, not gonna lie. And I do think when you watch, I've seen it now 3 times. You catch stuff even now different than like it took me this third time to realize a few different things, like to really fall in depth of them explaining the Wayne Grow is an undercover serial killer type plot who just kills underage hookers. It's like, oh, okay. Uh, um,
yeah, the only like
And
scene, okay, like I
you
see
see
him
him
in
in the
one
first
scene, and the
heist.
next scene he's like killing just this random black girl hooker. I'm just like,
Yeah,
but
like he kills
why?
a random security guard and then they stuff him in the back of a trunk and just let him they let him live. Like it makes no
so
sense. Like
okay, so that's something. If you watched it, you don't have to watch. Just watch that part again. They don't stuff him in the trunk. The bot, the bet. So They go outside of the diner,
And they're
and
kicking the shit out of him.
they're beating it. De Niro's beating his ass. Trejo opens the trunk. It's lined with like plastic because they're gonna shoot him and throw him in the trunk.
Put him in there. Yeah.
And they stop because cops are by them.
Cops are across there, and then he runs.
And when they look back down,
Okay.
Wayne Girl like rolls out from
He's
under
gone.
the under trucks,
Okay.
and he's gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I just missed that little part.
yes.
Because all I saw was the body bag, and them like going like beating the shit out of him.
He never
like,
made
so
it
how,
in the body bag.
How did he
If you
survive?
do blink
Like,
or just
that
look
makes
away
no
in,
sense.
You'll miss
in
it.
that
Yeah.
sense, yeah, you can easily just be like, "What the fuck?" You could easily miss it. I want to go through just kind of like we were talking about. I wanted to bring up the history of heist movies. So again, I think this is on the Mount Rushmore for heist movies. The heist is. What are your guys' relationship with those like this type of film? This genre? I don't know. I guess would you call it a subgenre? I don't know, but what would you guys? What are your guys' relationship with these types of movies? Are there a lot of them you love? Do you have season tickets to them? Do you avoid them sometimes? What do you guys think?
I mean,
I have a couple that I've liked. The Town, obviously, if you
Town's
consider that a
good.
heist movie.
That's 110. That's 1,000% a heist movie.
A movie called Baby Driver. Love that movie.
Baby Driver
That's
is
a
a
heist
solid
movie.
movie.
Baby Driver is a movie about love. Blake, what are you talking about?
It is. It's a
And-
love
but it is
heist
also
movie, and
about
that's
heist.
what I love about
And
it.
I mean,
it's a movie about
Oceans.
music.
I know, like for the Ocean's movies, I've never actually seen any of them, so like I don't really have like a connection with those.
I know when I pitched Ocean's 11, which is the first Ocean's 11 is the first one, right?
Yep.
When I pitched that, I haven't seen that either, so I was, I just wanted to watch some Matt Damon, prepare myself for the Odyssey. Damon's in Oceans, right? I'm tripping. He's in Oceans. Don't you looked at me like he's not. The Town, Den of Thieves, Takers. There's just a lot of good ones, and there's a lot of different things that, this is most of these films for me can be, like I will be a season ticket holder, especially if it's actors that I have a history with. There are some others that it's like maybe not because the storytelling and just the acting I don't care to watch, but a lot of these folks I am in on. Let's do some De Niro versus Pacino. This is, and I'm stealing this from other podcasts that I listen to that have spoke about this movie, but this is, LeBron and Kobe squaring off. Maybe not LeBron and Kobe. Maybe like LeBron and Durant
Dude, if this
squaring
is
off.
LeBron
You
and Kobe,
you want me to be honest? I think
Pacino's
De Niro
terrible.
smokes Pacino 19
Yeah,
days out of 7 days a week.
It's not even close.
Which spoiler alert again. Spoiler alert. I think on rewatch, I am drawn to De Niro. I think De Niro in this movie is
the reason I say De Niro is I think
Pacino
De
in this
Niro
movie is terrible. Like terrible, beyond terrible.
in the 90s, man. But there are some scenes where I literally could not. I was like, I literally had to go like this at the TV. I was like, oh no.
Like he couldn't choose an accent. He couldn't choose an accent.
We're gonna get to some of the Pacino stuff.
I'm just saying. The reason I say De Niro is I think he has a wider range of acting skills. Pacino virtually plays the same role in every movie,
and he's only been good.
Yeah,
in
Pacino couldn't come back and do this like weird, awkward like old grandfather thing that De Niro's done for the last half decade.
The Intern, amazing movie.
Yeah, just a lot of stuff.
Maybe like in the 90s they were like Kobe and Michael, but like, I mean, even nowadays when I see Robert De Niro in movies, I'm like, oh, I'm actually slightly interested in that. because I think Robert De Niro is a great actor, and I think he can kill the role.
And like, yeah, obviously De Niro has like his set role too, right? Like he plays the mob guys, he plays all of that kind of stuff, but he has shown that he can do other things. Pacino hasn't tried or been able to. Like, I don't think anybody wants him for any other movies but other than this kind of stuff. And even now they don't even
Here's
cast
my
him.
listen. I will agree big time that I think De Niro is much better than Pacino, but I I appreciate what Pacino is trying to do with this character. I've done certain research that talks about him and why he kind of acts the way that he does. I also kind of view his overacting to be funny more than insufferable, like you guys do. Which we'll talk about some of his amazing quotes, which are just some all timers. And I just feel like this is how we're going to communicate now.
I hope not.
But in come on, Blake. Uh, but in general, the point I was trying to make was these are two guys that in this time frame, when this movie happens, these are two of the most famous A-listers alive coming together. Like they were together in The Godfather, but they didn't really share the screen much. These are both on the marquee. This is their film, and I think that just what they do in general, I enjoy it. I adore it. Uh, and yes, but there's some stuff that Pacino does that is a little outlandish, which again we'll discuss here. But I just kind of wanted to mention these two crossing paths. It's you still obviously get top tier A-listers clashing and being in the
Oh
same
yeah.
project, but I it's nice to see a different generation of that. Okay. Let me just go through some stuff here. We are you guys want to get some
Let's do
categories?
some
Yeah.
categories.
All right, let's get into this. So, most rewatchable scene. Holy howdy, there is a litany. I'm going to just go through ones that I deemed made that, deemed as nominees. By all means, I want y'all to cut me off, give your input on the scene in general, tell me if you think I'm crazy or not. So just from the beginning, I think the first heist, literally from where we get started, you get outside of um, Al Pacino in a makeout session, which was I think the third clip.
Mhm.
You get De Niro like going to the parking garage to get to the hospital. You get Val Kilmer buying dynamite, and you get shirtless Al Pacino wearing a chain. Just eight Marlboros deep, a bunch of cups of coffee, just sucking face. Just gotta love that. Uh, poor Diane Venora. I can only imagine how she was feeling. But in general, the first heist, the all the characters being kind of snipped in. I can only imagine what watching this movie like in theaters was like for this scene specifically with the truck. I think the sound design in this movie is spectacular. The way it's shot is spectacular. Like you couldn't imagine that this was done in 1995 with some of the stuff that they're doing. Uh, but that entire first scene, the truck hitting the money truck, them stealing the bonds, Wayne Grow just losing his mind. I had to get it on, man. He was making a move. And then they kill three. They kill three innocent cops, and from there it's on. Go. The next scene I have is the diner scene. Wayne Grow just casually eating pie. Y'all, after killing someone, just a true psychopath. Y'all want some ice cream? Um, the diner scene, which we talked about, led to Wayne Grow escaping after they were about to kill him. Um, next scene I have is the scene at you skip forward, you get to the scene at Albert's car shop. I just love this because it's the first instance of Pacino just going nuts. Uh, you have you have him talking to Albert, an underrated character and an instant nominee for the Fred Van Vliet Award. Ethan is McKetty Williamson, who was playing Sergeant Drucker. He was the main partner for Pacino,
Yeah.
and he's talking about Albert being like, smack up with the meth heads again, and Albert's like, "Where's your empathy, brother? It's a substance abuse problem."
Yeah.
Just so funny. And you got Pacino doing the "Give me all you got." Oh, it's just so great. I just want us to all be together one time, and Blake just starts singing. By the time I get to Phoenix, he'll be rising. He'll even at the note right at the door. I just want Blake to start singing that while we're all together. That's all. Next, I don't know if this is rewatchable, but it's just kind of funny. So Chris, the first scene we get to meet Val Kilmer's character Chris, his wife, him and his wife. You find out that she's flipping out because it's like, where's the rest of the money? He's like, I had to make it right with the bookies, which we'll talk about, boys and girls. Don't you worry. We're gonna talk about Chris Shirtless's gambling problem. Chris just loses his mind, and the next thing you see is him staying at Neil's house. And Neil doesn't have furniture, so Chris is sleeping on the floor. Just incredible stuff. Ethan, this reminds me of you, not because you're sleeping, not because Bailey has no furniture and you're sleeping on the floor, but I could just imagine you saying to one of us about your significant other, "The sun rises and sets with her, man."
That's fair.
Like Shirtless did.
Yeah, that's honestly fair. Yeah. That
just rises and sets with her, man. Just an amazing line. Shout out to Shirtless. Just incredible stuff. Going forward here, you mentioned Van Zant. He was a what? How would you put this, Ethan? He was a shady banker, to say the least.
Yeah, the bare minimum, I guess. That we don't really get a full explanation on what he is.
You really don't. You just all of a
Just
sudden
shows up.
find out that when they steal his bond, some of his bonds were stolen in the heist, and John Voight, a great Peter Dinklage Award nominee, he mentions how some of these are owned by this guy. Let's try to resell them. Ethan's focus right now. You know what it reminds me of?
I'm in the witness
Blake?
protection program right now, dude. It's okay. Now I just need the voice.
It reminds me. Blake, you remember the deleted scene from the Batman?
Yeah.
With the Joker? Ethan right now is in the same weird paletted footage that they didn't allow us to see.
It's like the podcast has to be renamed Joe and Tweedledee and Tweedledum because you got me figuring out camera. Okay. Ethan, who can't focus his camera, and then just Joe.
It's not my fault. My camera just randomly goes out of focus. It's not on me.
Fucking Christ! The technical difficulties with this, we're a mess. We're just a mess.
It's mainly you. Get out of here,
Blake. I'm not mad at you.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
Ethan's incredibly mad.
I can tell.
So they try to go sell the bonds back to Van Zant because Nate does some Steiner maths. Let's just be real, Blake. He does some Steiner maths. He does some 33 1/3% type shit where it's like, well, if we sell them for 60% on top of the 40% of the profit that we made, that's like 100% of it's just crazy stuff. So they try to do it. Van Zant's guys ambush him, and then we get an all-timer line from Neil, who calls Van Zant. And Van Zant's playing it off. He's like, "Yeah, I hadn't heard from him. Then I called them and haven't heard nothing yet. And what are you doing?" And Neil says, "What am I doing? I'm talking to an empty telephone. There's a dead man on the other end of this line." Just all-timer stuff. Blake, have you ever spoken to somebody on the phone and said that there's a dead man on the other end of this line?
Cannot say that I have. Not yet, at least.
Well, at least you now have that in your back pocket.
It's true. Sure I do.
This leads into this from here leads into an interesting scene that I'm shocked that when we talk about some nitpicks and whatnot, it's weird that they decided to do this. but we do get two very cool scenes, like kind of back to back. The first one is the heist crew. So you've got Neil, you've got Chirito, you've with his significant other, you've got Shirtless with his wife. Shout out to Ashley Judd. Tip of the cap. If you know, you know. Um, and you've got Trejo with his wife, and they're at the dinner, and then you like get a couple scenes, like just a few moments later, you get all the cops with their wives and significant others. So I thought that was a cool little back to back thing. Uh, let's see here. My notes left me. Oh my goodness. There we go. Ethan, do you think it's smart to gather the troops for a night out on the town a day after you stole a bunch of bearer bonds and then tried to sell some of them back to one of the people you stole them from?
I mean, depends.
What do you think?
Depends. I mean, if you think you got away clean, you got away clean. It. I mean,
True.
and these guys are clear. They're an experienced crew, and they've gotten away with a lot more. Like later on, you hear that they've robbed the same place 4 different times. But hey, we know they're going there. We just can't do anything about it.
Can't catch them.
The first dinner, the dinner with the crew, is when the cops see them for the first time. They kind of it's the old introductory, basically, like this is this guy, this guy, this guy. It leads to the precious metals heist, which they stop because Neil realizes they get made, all because that one doofus sits back in the truck. He sits back in the truck.
And dude and apparently Robert De Niro's character is fucking Batman and can hear that.
I mean, listen, man. Hey, when you're a skilled, man of the craft like that, you got to be aware of your surroundings.
Pissed me off.
That makes
you gotta have a sixth sense, man. You gotta know when the heat's coming around the corner.
Again, you could also arrest them right fucking there and stop everything else. It doesn't matter. They already broke into the place.
Literally
are
get them for breaking and entering.
You have them for attempted robbery right there. Like, it doesn't matter.
No, we don't got them on nothing.
We don't have them on
They're going to get out. They slap little charges. They won't get them.
They're not carrying bags. They're not doing anything like that. Shut the fuck up.
No.
Get them in prison.
And also, they just left, like, the drill halfway drilled into the wall. Like, we're not going to, fingerprints or nothing on there. Like, we can't, like...
They were wearing gloves. No, they were gloves. But the drill just sitting
there. The drill just sitting there.
That's literally...
It's crazy.
It's like, hey, they literally have the drill sitting here. We already know what they were going to do. We stopped them before they caused any property damage like normal cops would do.
Yeah.
They literally stopped them before they did it. They have everything they need to get a case against them and locked them up for a long time. They just chose to let them go and then let them shoot at innocent people later.
We got nothing on them. Nothing on them.
I'll get out in 6 months. I want to get him. Yeah, just listen, man. Pacino was in too deep.
Hey, Vincent was in too deep, man. Wouldn't have died if you would have put.
There you go, Blake.
All the cops wouldn't have died. Okay. The innocent people wouldn't have been in danger. It's all right,
Next scene I got here. This scene's immaculate. You got they're in the open. They're talking about if they're going to go through with the bank job, and it's too big a risk. I need us all out 30 seconds. And Kilmer's just like, the bank is worth the risk. And Tom Sizemore, the man who plays Michael Chirito, sizes it up. This is his Apex Mountain moment. This is Tom Sizemore's, like, I'm a nobody. You know what? This is Tom Sizemore's, I'm Io DeSunmu in a big playoff game, and I have a chance to score 43 against the best player alive, and he just sizes it up and delivers one of the greatest lines in the history of acting. And he just says, well, for me, the action is the juice. I'm going to get that tattooed on my face. So they go through with the bank heist and then just, huh?
I said your face.
I know, my face, my chest. I'm having heart palpitations.
Joe also sleepy.
I'm feeling it. I'm juiced. The action's the juice, Blake. What are you talking about? I've waited my whole life for this. The heist crew fake out scene, which is weird, but it's smart how they pull it off. Like, this is a little bit of seasoning by the crew. Like, they know they're getting tailed. They're trying to pull a fake out. They want to get IDs on the cops that are chasing them, and you just get another great De Niro or Pacino moment, where it's like, you know what this is? You know what they're looking at? Us, the LAPD police department. We just got made. Just great stuff. Okay, motherfuckers. Come on now. We gotta give it up for our boy Al here. Where are we at here? So another. This is spoiling some nitpicking, but all of a sudden, Vincent commandeers a helicopter to hunt down Neil's surveillance. He does like a crazy pickup swap in a like open field, which is great. It's like he just lands the helicopter, car comes up, him and the guy switch, great stuff. Swerves through the 405 at like 100 miles an hour to pull over Macaulay to say,
let's go get a cup.
Let me buy a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Let's go get some coffee. How about we go get a cup of coffee?
Hey, I know you.
And then
literally had you dead to rights in a heist earlier, and I'm buying you coffee and letting you walk free. Crazy.
Hey, that's just the way Al Pacino works.
Hey, we still have
Macaulay half an hour ago.
Hey, we still have an hour and a half left in the movie. We got to fill time somehow.
It's true. That was early.
Ethan's a hater. We get the diner scene, which is legendary. This is the. I bet if you ask Christopher Nolan Blake, this scene inspired, in my opinion, my favorite scene in all of cinema, which is the Batman and Joker interrogation room scene. And I think this, a scene like this sparks that. So, who knows where we would be if we don't get this scene, the diner scene, where Pacino and De Niro are kind of going back and forth. They're just swinging. They're just swinging for the fences. You get Pacino's character saying how, if I come around, I got to put you down. I won't like it and whatnot. But if it's between you and making some poor bastard's wife a widow, he said he would do it. And then Neil just sitting there hits him with the, there's another, there's a flip side to that coin. Basically what I joked about earlier in the pod, talking about where he mentions, if it comes down to it and I got to put you down, I will not hesitate. It's just two ballers, just dick swinging, just great stuff. And then we get the bank heist scene. The bank heist scene, which is, I don't want to sell it short, it's immaculate. We'll continue to talk about it. And the final standoff in the when Neil kills Wayne Grow, leaves poor Edie, which
Dumbass.
we haven't mentioned Edie yet.
It's pointless too. I mean, she's.
What, you don't want to? She was curious about his reading of books about metals.
Yeah.
You don't like books about metals, Blake?
No, it's just
fractures in titanium.
I felt like her character was supposed to be important,
and then they made her not important.
And they just
like they made her important in a way of showing that De Niro truly does not give a shit about anybody, but protecting himself. But like she literally wanted to leave, and he basically kidnapped her, and then all of a sudden she was back in love with him. Makes no sense.
There is a part where
he's literally chasing her through the mud.
Yes. There is some stuff in here where it's like, okay, because Neil talks about in this movie about rules, basically, don't have a life that revolves around barbecues and ball games. Don't be a part of something where you can't leave in 30 seconds if you feel the heat coming around the corner. And there are instances in this which he becomes a hypocrite. He goes back to Edie when all shit hits the fan. We'll talk about, he goes to Chris when they're trying to escape the police because Chris gets shot. And he goes to, he goes to pick up Chris and to save him. But the end, we'll talk about the last scene when Neil goes to Edie, who's at the car, and he's at the end of the day, Neil is just won over by the need of vengeance because Wayne Grow kills Trejo. Wayne Grow is why they got caught at the bank. Wayne Grow is the reason that they got an X amount of heat on them anyway, because not only did they rob it, but then they also end up catching 3 bodies because Wayne Grow's a psychopath. So he just feels like he had, Neil's scot-free, but he goes against his normal code and is like, I got to get this guy. He gets this guy, but then at the end, he does kind of go back to his original thoughts of, here's Pacino running him down. The heat's around the corner, so he just leaves Edie, and they talk about that in the diner scene too. And he's like, where Pacino is like, when push comes to shove, are you just going to leave this woman? And he says yes. So that's kind of where I look at that scene,
Yeah.
or in that aspect. What was the most rewatchable scene for you guys?
I honestly, the only thing I had was the first heist.
Not even the bank heist.
Dude, I don't care to see any of the rest of this movie ever again. I genuinely don't. Like, I genuinely don't. It was 2 hours and 50 minutes of me just being disappointed after disappointed after disappointed. Outside of that first heist where I'm like, oh, this is actually really cool. And then it just went, meow. Just
no
saying.
appreciation for the bank heist. All right, Blake.
I have no appreciation for any of this movie.
I had the diner scene with Pacino and De Niro. I think that was the best scene in the movie in general.
That scene was okay. Like that scene was pretty good.
And then I had the final standoff at the airport between De Niro and Pacino as well.
I thought that scene was so dumb. So dumb. Because they kept showing the same 2 big ass metal things, but yet they couldn't find each other. There was only 2 metal things. How could you not find each other for 10 fucking minutes? That makes no sense. It makes no sense.
Cat and mousey.
Real life cat and mouse? No, you know exactly where the other guy is. There's literally 2 things in the whole entire open runway.
Gotta be patient, gotta play angles.
Yeah, bro.
They're walking around in circles trying to find each other. That's not. No.
Ethan doesn't like suspense being built.
There's no suspense. It's like, hey, that guy's there. He's behind that. I know he's behind there. You know he's behind there. We all know he's behind there.
You know,
only
Ethan's
2 things in this whole open field. How do you not see him?
Blake, Ethan's just on comm saying push. That's all.
True. Push. He's one shot. Push him.
One shot.
Push him.
He's down. What age the best? Other than nothing for Ethan. Visuals and sound design. Huh?
Natalie Portman.
Wow. Visuals
she
and
became
sound
an
design?
amazing actress.
I'm sure that's what you mean. For me, our visuals and sound design. I thought this movie was beautiful, and I thought just the way this movie was shot. Like, I thought the bank heist, the sound. It sounds like you are literally in the middle of a goddamn shootout. I thought they did a great job with all of that. Ashley Judd in 1995. I see you. Tip of the cap. Water performance. Pacino's unintentional comedy, in my opinion, aged great. I know you guys don't like it. Listen, we have an award coming up, which is the Vincent Hanna Award for character most likely to have a massive drug addiction. Pacino talks about how in this movie he's acting like his character, Vincent Hanna, is, an undercover cocaine abuser, which makes sense when he acts the way he acts, just just saying
sure?
wild shit.
Are we sure that's because he was acting that way, or Pacino
Or he
was
was
just actually on coke the whole entire time?
probably both.
Probably
It's
both.
method
Yeah.
acting. It's method acting.
It's not method acting. It's not
Or-
method acting if you're just a cokehead and literally can't do fucking anything else because you're a terrible actor.
It's a substance abuse problem.
Good one.
Oh, I was trying to play a crackhead while being a crackhead. That's not playing a crackhead. That's just being a crackhead.
Listen, man, I'm just saying. You just strung out. You get home from a day, and your wife or side piece or whatever the fuck Justine is just saying, "I made dinner," and just I got 3 dead bodies on a sidewalk off Venice Boulevard, Justine. I'm sorry if the goddamn chicken got overcooked. Overcooked. You just don't ever watch my television set. Poor Ralph. Shout out to Ralph. Um, what age the best? Neil's loyalty as a friend to Chris. I thought it was very soothing to see that. Neil caring for his friend. Seeing De Niro's character in Neil have a soft side. Obviously, not just for Edie, but for his friend Chris. You know, he wanted to make sure that Chris was happy. He wanted to make sure his friend was okay.
Well, we knew that from the beginning, where he literally called his wife and said, "Hey, I know you're cheating on him. I know he's a piece of shit, but you're gonna give him another chance because I'm telling you, you're giving him another chance."
Yeah, he like breaks into the
even
hotel
though-
room and he's like,
Yeah.
"Bitch, I need him focused."
Like even though you're saying like you don't care about anybody else and you don't want anybody else there, you're doing literally the opposite the whole entire time. But
That bothered
until
me.
the end.
What bothered you, Blake?
The whole like how she didn't want to be with him, and then when push came to shove of her ratting him out, she was like did a little swipe on the bar thing.
Yeah,
to let him know
not-
that she was they were there. I'm
Also-
like, you literally didn't want him an hour ago, and now you
then
wanted
nobody's-
out.
And nobody's standing like at there seeing her go like this.
They're trying to hide so
She's
that
like-
he doesn't get tipped
She's
off.
fucking doing the
And
fucking
nobody's-
Macarena on
nobody-
the handrail.
There's clearly cops
Fucking-
at street level. You don't see the guy get out of the car and just stare up at a balcony like
Y'all
this
are
for 3
skipping.
fucking
Y'all are
minutes.
skipping categories, Ethan.
Sorry,
Uh,
that was
no.
my fault. That was my fault.
What age
sorry.
the worst?
Let me
Al
do
Pacino.
hey.
Yeah, did you
I-
guys? What
I
else
got
did you guys
someone
have
age
for
the
what age
best.
the best? Go ahead, Blake.
Dang, I'm not a full-on movie hater like Ethan is right now.
I know.
Give me my time.
Sorry.
I have heist movies because I think this is kind of the start of heist movies becoming a thing. I think this really kick-started that motion into things. I don't think, these other heist movies would be what they are or even made if it wasn't for this movie. So I have the genre of heist movies in general.
A movie you like is incredibly, which I like as well. The Town. The Town is a movie that is drastically inspired by this.
I have, you've already said it, but the sound design was great. I thought it was very well done, and I thought the cinematography was great. I thought that was also done really well. I think that holds up really well still today, even though it's very old.
I can only imagine watching this movie in the theater. And I feel like the first heist scene, I feel like it would sound like that truck was literally like driving through your row. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Ethan, do you have anything else here?
I mean, I had Robert De Niro. That's about it. Like his acting career. Like,
You better have 15 what age the worsts. What age-
I mean, I have quite a few.
What age the
Nice.
worst? What
Al
age the
Pacino's
worst?
acting.
There you go. Calmly
He's fucking terrible.
calmly
Corrupt
eating.
cops.
What'd you say about cops?
Corrupt cops.
Corrupt.
Because every single one of those cops are corrupt, cheating and
What?
beating women, like cheating on
Listen.
and beating women, cheating in general.
Yeah.
Secretly being a serial killer, murdering prostitutes, getting out of jail, deciding that you get a good job as a fry cook. Boss is a dick. Hey, I'm just gonna go rob a bank.
and then die.
and then die.
Oh man,
Right away. Right away.
hell of a day. Worst day on the
I
job.
promised. Hey, I promised my wife, who's supported me through me being in jail for other robberies, that I would never do anything like this again. And then she
I
finds out that I'm dead on a
and
TV.
then like do a scene where like it's his wife or mom, like it's supposed to be significant that he died, and she's like crying, just like the character meant nothing. I didn't have anything
Yeah,
on him. How like am
he
I
was
supposed to feel bad?
It is an incredible. It is one of the few. There are other parts in this movie that jump around where it's like, did we need that? The fry cook turning into the driver side plot is
Bad.
We don't need
needed.
it.
No, I guess he wasn't even a fry cook. He wanted to be a fry cook, and the manager told him, "Nah, bro, you got to wash dishes."
The manager
then he
did
gets-
deserve to get punched.
And then the manager gives him a chance to be a fry cook, and guess what he does the day he gets to be a fry cook? Oh, fuck you! I'm gonna go rob a bank.
The manager did deserve to get his ass beat.
Yeah, he
However-
did. The manager was an asshole, but
However,
to be fair, that's how felons were treated back in the day. Like, kind of still are now, but like, at least you found a
will
job.
hire you.
A lot of felons can't find jobs. He found a job, and then you just go and die in a bank heist for no fucking reason.
the action was the juice, my friend. What age is the worst? Calmly eating pie after killing someone. Just psychotic shit. I had to get it on, man. They were making a move. De Niro's oversized suit, like he was out here dressed like he was out here dressed like he was in the NBA draft in 2002.
I feel like those are making a comeback, though. That's those are making a comeback again, right? Like that's
The oversized suits, maybe. I don't know.
yeah.
Blake, do you remember that fad in the mid?
What do you think I'm wearing to your wedding, buddy?
You're gonna wear you're getting overfitted. Let's go.
Well, if we never go and get fitted, it's
That's true. That's true.
kinda just what
I
shows
do
up.
need to go do that. Yeah. Whoops.
Yeah, if you could do that, that'd be great. Make my
yeah,
life
so much easier.
I'm gonna give. I mean, I'm gonna give them your address, and tell them to haunt you down, and I don't know, do stuff. The first Neil Edie scene. Oh yeah, what age is the worst? So Neil and Edie have their moment. You know, what are you reading? A book about metals. Blah blah blah. Lady, what is it that you're into? Like what I'm doing or what I'm reading. She mentions how he's into stress fractures and titanium. They go to her house, and you can just tell it doesn't look awful, but you can tell the balcony scene. The first time, green screen. Yes,
it looked
Yeah.
bad.
It's 1990. Listen, it's 1995.
I didn't have any of that. There was a lot of that, to
Did-
be honest, but I didn't
did
write any of it
anybody
down
else-
'cause it is the 90s.
This was the only one
Did
real quick,
anybody
Ethan,
else
that I
think that
noticed
she was gonna
like,
be-
that bad.
Sorry, go ahead, Joe.
This was the only thing, Blake, that I.
It was the worst
realized-
one.
It was the only one where it took me
by-
away.
This one
By
was
far
that
the
one was
worst.
like super. I was like, okay, that looks bad. But the others, like I could tell, but I was like, okay, this doesn't look as bad.
I'd have to
But that
go
one was
back and
bad.
like really pay attention because there were no others for me that I could really tell. Probably if you watch, I guess, probably like the scene where he goes back to get Edie and she like runs out of the house and runs up that hill. I'm
And
sure it does.
Yeah, there's that one where he's in his house or whatever, and there's like a black city in the background, but it's all lights.
Oh yeah.
But
That's
yeah, that one was the worst. That was bad. That was really
Yeah.
bad. I was like, oh.
Yeah. You can tell it's very
Yeah.
green screen. Or go ahead, Ethan. I'm sorry.
Did anybody else think that, like, I get, Joe, this was like your third time seeing the movie, but Blake, did you have like a sneaking suspicion that she was probably going to be an undercover cop or something?
Oh wow.
Like, I get it was the 90s. So there probably wasn't many female cops, but that was exactly the point.
I did
Like,
for a little bit.
I
I
thought she was going to be in working with like Hannah and all that, because that would have been like the perfect fucking way to actually
better.
exactly. It would have made the plot so much better, because then he gets got by what he's telling everybody else not to get
got by.
And he truly gets
literally,
got
I
by
know.
Good
I
job,
thought it.
Ethan.
I thought about it for like I was like, okay, maybe she is, and then I was like, I don't think she is, but it would be great.
You know what? They're making a sequel to this movie. All I know is that Leo is in it, and we're gonna go see it. And I hope that's what they do. I hope Leo's Edie is an undercover
we
cop.
almost have to review it too. That's the worst part. I hope Ethan hates it again. That would be great.
I hope it's not 3 hours long for no reason.
No, here's the thing. If Ethan's
no.
gonna sit here and bitch and moan, which is fine,
It's okay. We need that.
have ways to make it better, and I'm not even gonna lie, that's better. Because here's the thing: when you get to you can, so you see him going through and looking for the book about metals, and you kind of get a glance that she walks by him and notices him, and then they just happen to be sitting, like she's at the bar that he happens to go to. It does feel kind of, if you're not it's very easy to just
It
kind
gave
of
me
be
the
like,
drama vibes almost.
it's I wouldn't go there, but it's like I, eh, I it's very, how did we get here? Like, this is awkward. But
Also, why do you need a book on metals and that when you're going to rob a place you've robbed 3 times? Why do you still not know enough about the metals?
if I had
Why
to
do you still not
guess,
know enough about the metals?
if I had to guess, the book was going to help them figure out how to drill into whatever it was they were drilling into.
They've robbed the place 3 times. You don't know
Yeah,
how to
but
drill into everything yet?
They were probably
What the
drilling
fuck are
into
you
different
doing?
things. I don't know, Ethan. I'm just saying.
What the fuck
It's a
are you
substance
doing?
abuse problem. Don't yell at me. Where's your empathy, brother? What age the worst? Wayne Grows Nazi tattoos? That just hits you out of fucking left field like an uppercut. All of a sudden, you're just sitting there. You kind of, at like first watch, you forget Wayne Grow is in the movie. And then all of a sudden, you're in a hotel room, and there's an African American woman who's clearly, just got done doing a thing. And then all of a sudden, you realize she, sells the thing. And then it's Wayne Grow, and he's in his robe with his hair slicked back, feeling like the man, and he just sits up, and it's just full chest Nazi tattoo. And it's like, oh, shit. I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for that at all.
They literally were like, what's the worst type of character that we can make? A racist, murdering, like, just piece of shit.
Yes.
Like, that's literally what it was. And then they're like, how can we not utilize him well in a movie where he's supposed to be one of the main bad guys, in a movie that doesn't know who the bad guy is?
Yeah, another tied into this, Blake, what age the worst is finding out mid-movie that Wayne Grow is a serial killer of underage hookers. It just kind of comes out of nowhere.
It's like,
Well,
all I had
was
was pacing. I thought the pacing was terrible. And Al Pacino, couldn't stand him.
Yeah, terrible.
I think he's good. Obviously in The Godfather and Scarface. I don't know why
he played one.
He was so much different in this, but that scene where he's in that like basement bar or whatever with the black guys. Oh my God, I hated that. Every second of that, I hated.
Terrible.
It was really bad. I guess that's why I think I like the diner scene the best, because I just think like genuinely like he was actually doing, like he wasn't screaming, he was like doing well, and like they were going back and forth having good dialogue. But every other, dude, I don't know why, man.
So Blake, what you're saying is you saw a guy on the street who's an ex-con. What you want for that? A Junior G-Man badge?
Oh, dude, I wanted to, like, dude, when he walks in and he finds that guy on his couch that his wife cheated on,
and all he cares about is the TV,
and then all he cares about is the TV, bro.
Watch my television set,
dude. That, oh God.
And he really didn't even actually care about that either. Like that's the thing. He's like, he didn't care about that.
And he kicks it out 3 scenes later at a random bus stop.
He's watching Olbermann Sports. He's watching Keith Olbermann Sports Center hits on his miniature television sets. Oh man,
I'm out of water. I'll be right back. You guys go.
Shout out. What age the worst? Justine, Vincent's lady, Dark Depression. This is a home run line here. You don't live with me. You live with the remains of dead people. You read the terrain. You search for signs of passing, the scent of your prey, and you hunt them down. That's the only thing you're committed to. The rest of you is the mess you leave as you pass through. Could you imagine if your significant other told you that? I mean, good God. Just
I mean, yeah, I mean that'd be terrible. But like, it's the fact that he just didn't even care. Like he truly didn't care.
the the you get Ralph. Shout out to Ralph with Justine. She says, "I might be stoned off grass and Prozac, but you've been walking through life dead, and now I have to demean myself with Ralph just to get closure with you." That's just crazy.
Yeah, it's like justifying cheating on your husband just because he likes his job.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is an important job. He's literally stopping murderers.
He's murder
like, and
police.
robbers. Like he's a homicide detective. Like what are we
Exactly.
doing?
It's insane. She's just out here. She has to demean her. I have to demean myself with
and the
Ralph.
the fact that she says that while her own daughter likes him more than her. Like makes no sense. Like, oh yeah, he leaves nothing behind, but you leave your daughter completely behind because all you're worried about is yourself.
Hey Blake.
Well, it wasn't his. Wait, what character? Hang on.
No,
Chris
I'm talking about the mom.
Vince.
I'm talking
No,
about
we're
the
talking about
mom.
Vince and Ju. I was reading some quotes from Justine. The scene with her and Ralph. I might be stoned off grass and Prozac, but you've been walking through life dead, and now I have to demean myself with Ralph just to get closer with you.
Hey, my husband's a great cop who chases people all day, so let's cheat on him because he's not home all the time because he's chasing bad guys around. But hey, let's go fuck another guy because he's not home.
And because he's great to my daughter, and I
women
don't
in the
really
90s
care about my daughter.
You're not
portrayal
home
of
to fuck
women in
me,
the
so I'm gonna
90s.
have Ralphie do it. Dumb
Shout out
bitch.
to Ralph.
She should have died.
Shout out. Wolf.
Good plot. Good plot right there.
Are you saying Vince should have found her in the bathtub?
Bro,
in the
as soon
hotel?
as soon as I would have found my stepdaughter in a bathtub trying to kill herself because you suck as a mother, I would have beat the shit out of her.
Damn.
Granted, also
I
her
mean, to be
father's a
fair-
piece of shit, which
to
we
be
never
fair,
actually
yeah,
met.
like-
Never actually met. All we ever talked about was how bad of a father he is.
What if
That's
what
the
if
point,
her,
though.
what if her dad was Van Zant?
Oh my God. That's
Hot. I like that.
That's a
That would have actually made a little more sense yet again. Like,
See, look at
it
this,
would've
Blake. Ethan's out here trying to tie the
tied
movie
stuff
together.
a little bit.
Hey man. Also, Ethan, yeah, I didn't give you a recognition. A great job on the What Age the Best Natalie Portman, by the way. That was a great hit.
I mean, yeah. I mean, she did.
Cheers to
Like,
that.
she's literally everywhere. Like, she is everywhere. She's one of the biggest stars of our generation at this point.
She can play
Like,
that. She can play that same role right now.
Not
Depressed 15-year-old.
Yeah, that's a stretch, but
Why? Y'all don't have an appreciation for vintage, man. I'm out here trying to shout out Ashley Judd, and y'all just walk through it like passing. Like I just threw a fucking.
I could do.
Get me over. I just threw a get me over strike in a 3-0 count.
Charlene, young Charlene.
That's Ashley Judd.
Oh, it's okay. My fault.
Yes!
I don't know her actual name. My fault. Hand up.
But like when I said Natalie Portman,
Jesus Christ,
I
Blake's
wasn't
asleep at
talking
the
about
wheel.
her looks. Like I genuinely wasn't. Like I literally have written down. I'm like, she's literally everywhere.
Literally,
Like, she's one of the
also
biggest stars.
Really aged great, but sorry,
Yeah.
my fault. Man,
I'm sorry. No offense to anything, but I have eyes, and I'm over here talking about Charlene. And to quote Al Pacino, I'm talking about her great ass. And you got your head all the way up it. Now, when I think of a woman's ass, something just comes out of me. He's grabbing dude's tie. It's insane.
Stupid.
It's insane. You could get hurt walking your doggy. Anything else for What Age the Worst?
No.
Okay. The Peter Dinklage's and his Guardians Weapon Maker Award for, hey, I know that guy from another show or movie. I got a few of these. Obviously, Natalie Portman just pops out immediately.
Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo, who played his character name in this movie is Trejo.
Machete. And then
Machete.
Uncle Machete. Yeah, he plays Machete. He's Machete in all the Machete movies. And then he's Uncle Machete in Spy Kids.
Yeah, see, my bad. I didn't realize you were still talking about Trejo for a second. My brain slipped. John Voight as Nate. That is a good shout. And the last real big one that I had was Dennis Haysbert, who played the line cook.
That's the Allstate guy.
He is the Allstate guy, but he is also in
Allstate.
he is
You're in
in
good hands.
Major League. He is in some other good stuff as well. Does some good voice acting. He is yeah. But those are the main three things, or the main three I had. Did you guys have any other
Yeah, I had the guy's name in the movie was Hugh Benny. He was like a security guard. His actual name is Henry Rollins. He's also from Sons of Anarchy.
Okay.
Um,
That's a good pull.
the actor who played Van Zant.
Yeah, I had him as well. William
He's
Fichtner.
from
A lot of different things.
a lot of different things. I'm trying to think the one that
I mean, he's in The Longest Yard.
Yeah.
He's in
Long
Blades
Story
of
Jones.
Is it
Glory.
in the Longest Yard he's with Adam Sandler? Isn't he the
He's the quarterback.
He's one of the he's the quarterback
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
guards.
for the cops, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's fair. I was gonna. Those are good ones.
Nate. He's the old man from Holes.
Oh yeah. That's John. Yeah, that's John Voight. Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
He would be my winner.
He's
for
also
this.
in a lot of things. Jeremy Piven's also in this movie. He's
Yep.
the vet. He plays
he's
the
the vet.
agent in Entourage.
That's
That's the main
Jeremy
thing I
Piven.
know him from.
My answer to this was so many people. That's literally was my
Yeah.
answer.
There are a lot of
There's
that.
a lot
you
of
know,
people.
some people you could. All the people you could almost say some of the people we named wouldn't count technically for this, but it also like they are in smaller roles because I don't like I always want these awards to go to the people that you see in the minimalist amount of screen time.
But I mean, back when this movie came out, they were in the minimalist. The thing is, and nowadays they're just massive, right?
No. Yes. That is.
I mean, and Jeremy Piven would still count for this category, I think. Anyway,
Absolutely.
But
Vincent Hanna Award for the character most likely to have a massive drug addiction. The legend himself, Vincent Hanna, aka Al Pacino. Did you guys have anybody else for this, or does the name speak
I
for
mean,
itself?
it's kind of hard to have anybody else for this.
I did
when it's
because I wanted
literally
because I was
named
like,
after him.
it's the award named after him. I said Chris because every scene that he was in, he was sweaty as all hell for no reason.
Chris or Chirito? So you're saying Val Kilmer's character?
Yes, he was sweaty every single scene for no reason.
Okay,
Sweaty,
'cause-
like drenched in sweat.
I thought you could make a case for Chirito, which is Sizemore's character. Action is the juice. You could make a case that he had some, he was on some twitchy stuff.
They
Do you
probably
guys now
all were.
understand why I just hope you now understand the namesake for this award and appreciate it a little bit. A new category. The James Harden Award for person who is awful at their job when depended on the most. Ethan,
Me and Ethan, I bet you me and Ethan had the same answer.
come on down.
Al
Well,
Made
Pacino.
this-
Me and Ethan, let me answer for me and Ethan. We have Al Pacino.
Yeah, Al Pacino.
Really?
Yes.
He's
So bad, dude.
again. He's an A-list star, and he single-handedly ruins this movie. Like, even if there wasn't as many plot holes as there are for this, he is insufferable to watch the whole entire movie. Like, the fact
you guys
Dude,
took
you
this
gotta
seriously.
you,
Not
you
just
gotta
movie-based.
realize how badly I hate when somebody can't choose who they want to be in a movie. Like, when you change accents 7 different times in a 3-hour movie, bro, sometimes it would be within the same sentence.
I mean, I
Like-
honestly, I got to the point where I was telling myself he was doing it on purpose,
I
And if
believe
he
it,
was
though.
doing it on purpose,
just to get through. But dude,
like, I
Bon
feel like
voyage, motherfuckers.
you
It's
saw
just, I
somewhere
can't.
where he was
We're
playing.
good.
you saw somewhere where he was playing a coke addict, right? Like he was trying to play an undercover coke addict. That means he saw how much success he got for being Scarface and was just like, hey, I'm going to keep doing this in every single role
You
because
guys
that's
went
all I
way
can do.
more. You guys went way more logistics to this than I thought because I'm looking at this from actually in the movie,
Oh, you
and,
want to go actually in the movie? Vincent
and I
Hanna.
think we all agree with it, huh? Vincent Hanna? No, stop it.
Dude, he was terrible at his job. Again, you had the bank
He
robbers.
was. The
You
funny
had
thing
the
is, he
people
was.
arrested.
He really was.
You had the people who were arrested. Hey, you chased a guy down who was running red lights and doing all that kind of stuff, and you took him out for a cup of coffee, and then they get in a shootout in the street with the same guy. You had him arrested multiple different times throughout the movie, and you chose to let him go, and then you wonder why there's a big ass shootout in the whole entire fucking street. That's terrible at your job. If like nowadays, if that happened, that person would be fired and locked up so fast. Like
You know, Blake, this is why Ethan could never watch wrestling with us because he can't suspend his disbelief.
If you want to go
I
in
have
the
watched
movie,
wrestling with you.
I know you have. I'm being a
if we want to go in the movie, I would have the cop that fell in the truck.
That's a good
Yeah.
one. That's a
He
good
had
one.
one job, and
Yeah,
it was
one
just
job,
stand
one
still.
job only.
stand still.
The cops that let Chris go at the end of the movie because
That's
he
who
had a
I
fake
have.
ID.
Yes, I have the cops who let Chris go. I just cut his hair.
Yeah, this is Joey
As
Rodriguez.
Ethan said the other night we were together. Ethan said we were together the other night. Ethan's just saying like he's got bullet holes in his chest.
He literally
Just
got
'cause he
shot
cut his hair,
6
he let him
times.
walk. Huh, yeah,
He got shot 6 times.
He looks the exact same, even with his
Yeah, it's
haircut.
not him,
Like,
bro. It's
oh, his
not
name's
him.
Joey Rodriguez. He's
He
good.
was standing outside.
Exactly.
He was standing
Cars.
outside of the car, looking straight up at the woman we're talking, we're surveilling.
Yeah, how did they not
Looking
notice
straight up
that?
at her
Just
because
whatever.
they're dumb.
They are.
They knew he was coming.
Suspend
How do
your
you know
disbelief, you
How
think.
do you know he's coming and then say it's not him? That's insanity. Hey, I need you to go outside because he's outside right now looking at you or looking for you, and we know he's coming up. But hey, it's not him. He gets to go scot free.
Ethan out here wants logic in his films. How dare you? The Where Is My Mind Award. You're hilarious. The Where Is My Mind by the Pixels Award for Best Musical Moment. Blake, we need to, not saying we need to change the name of this, but we need to find one that is, I don't think we found one that's topped this yet. And there really isn't a musical moment in here. However,
I
Yeah,
had
no.
I literally had the background music during the diner scene, and then the background music during the end scene because I just thought the music was very matching the vibe of the scene. So those are what I put. I don't know
I
what the
should do a
song
better
name or
job at paying
what they were,
attention.
but
I had the
To
score.
movie, or to the music.
I had the score when Vincent ran him down with the helicopter and then chased him down on the 405. I thought the score during that was really good. Outside of that, there isn't really a big musical number in this scene, or there isn't any musical number in this movie. All right, this is good. These next two categories are going to open up a can of worms. First up, the Coach Finstock Award for Best Life Advice.
I'll go
First
first.
one, go ahead, Blake.
Know when to walk away.
You mean he want him to live by his thing? You know, don't get involved into anything you can't leave in 30 seconds when the heat's around the corner.
I mean, literally, dude was scot free. He had it right, and he was just like, "Oh, just one more thing," when he didn't need to do it.
If he wouldn't have went and killed Wayne Grow, him
I
and
think that's
Edie
great
would have been in
advice.
New Zealand.
I think this is great advice for all you listeners out there who are gamblers. Just know when to walk away, buddy. You get to the table, you go up 100 bills.
Okay, Kenny.
Get out of there, man. Get out. If not, I can help you. Call 1-800 Anonymous Gamblers. Okay, you do that for me.
What'd you say?
No, I was just making fun of the way Blake said anonymous. It's
That we're going to talk about his gambling problem because boy, oh boy, I can't wait to talk about what he lost his money on. Coach Finstock Award for Best Life Advice. I have one of them. Don't keep flirting on the man who is cagey about books about metals. Especially don't keep flirting with him when he has no furniture. And then tries to kidnap you. Listen. Poor
when you
Edie.
find out he's a murderer.
Yeah, exactly. And here, at the end of the day, Edie had her chance to walk away. Neil
Well,
did the
did she
right
though?
thing. Neil did the
Did
right
he
thing.
though?
He
He
said,
chased after her up a hill as she's running away from her and then
"Yeah, but
dragged
then
her back into the house.
but
That's
then
not doing the right thing.
no, listen." But then, like 2 scenes later, he's like, "If you want to walk away, you can walk away," and she willingly
But she
turned and
already
stayed
tried
with
to.
him.
After he
But she already
chased her up
tried
a
to
hill and
walk
tackled her
away.
to the
I,
ground.
I'm not condemning him. I'm just saying, in morality, he tricked her.
Hello?
He tricked her.
No, that's
Abusive
Wake
literally
up.
relationship.
the.
Dude chased her up a fucking hill.
And then tackled her to the
That's
ground
jail
and said, "You're
time,
coming
buddy.
back here.
That's jail time,
You're
buddy.
coming back here with me." And then said, "Hey,
Yes.
just so you know I'm a murderer now. But if you want to leave, you can leave. That's fine."
Yeah,
Bullshit.
you can.
Bullshit.
She didn't want to leave. She said, "Shit, better with you than someone else."
As she's sitting there crying, like in the movie, she's literally crying. It's like, yeah, I'm not gonna leave.
Neil's an incredible. Neil's an immaculate lover, man. What can I say? Uh, I had one more. Don't try to sell bearer bonds back to the person you stole them from. The Steiner maths that they did in this.
I had a funny one too. Thanks for reminding
Please.
me.
Don't.
If you don't want your wife to cheat on you, don't be a cop and spend all your time chasing around bad people, because then she will cheat on you.
Or be a gambling heist piece of shit.
Yeah. So if you don't want your wife to cheat on you, people, don't be a cop.
There you go. Long nights. She gets lonely.
She gets lonely. Ralphie's just next door.
Shout out to Ralph.
Also, how about Ralph actually being the one that's the rat the whole entire time? Which means Chris's wife was the rat. Well, yeah, they literally said that.
No,
like,
not Ralph.
Oh, how has he been
Nate.
getting?
No, or is it Nate? Not Nate. Not Nate.
No, not yeah, Nate. Yeah, sorry. Ralph is the one Justine cheats with. Yeah, the one that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Alan. So Hank Azaria is Alan Marciano, and that is who Charlene is cheating on Chris
Yeah.
with.
And he's the rat.
Kind of, sort of, yes. More than no. More yes than no.
Yeah, like.
Next up, here we go. Ethan's got 3 pages filled out. Picking nits. Y'all want me to set the table here, because I have a group. Like, I'm gonna. There's one that I want us to get into before we get into probably some of the ones y'all want to get into, but I have a big one. And it has to do with our friend Chris and his gambling losses. So, if you pay attention in this movie, Chris Shirtless, aka Val Kilmer, talks about how he lost his money gambling because the Super Bowl cleared him out. Well, in the 1995, if we're to believe that this movie was, the same Super Bowl that took place during the same year this movie came out, which was 1995, the Super Bowl that year was the San Diego Chargers taking on the powerhouse San Francisco 49ers. So what we are to expect then is Shirtless basically tried to go against the grain and was like, I'm going to take the Chargers, I'm going to zag, an all-time zag, and historically one of the Super Bowls that cleaned out Vegas historically, because everyone took the Niners and everybody won because the Niners won in a rout. Shirtless got cleaned out by being on the wrong side of one of the most historically lopsided Super Bowls of all time. So I say all that to say this. Who's giving our friend advice? Like, you don't think does he not listen to sports advisors? Where's Stu Feiner when you need him?
Dude, when it's all illegal money, you don't give a fuck. Right? Like you don't care. When it's all illegal money, he's just like, okay, here, take this. I'll put all of this on these guys, because if they do win, guess what? My illegal money is now clean money, and I have a lot more of it. Even though he was going through bookies, so it wasn't legal, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Blake, do you have any comment on our friend Chris's gambling problem?
No.
All right. Any picking it's for you, gentlemen.
Oh boy, here we go. Line them up.
Blake, if you want to go, you can go here.
Mine's just all like random things. One we'll get to later. Length was a nitpick. Pacing was a nitpick. Al Pacino was a nitpick. There were some scenes the lighting bothered me. It might have just been me. I don't think it was the movie. I think the lighting bothered me in some scenes. Maybe I'm just getting old. I don't know.
Blake's Washed. www.blakeswash.com.
Let's see here. Lack of certain characters' development bothered me. That's all I had. Thank you for listening.
All right.
Strap in, Joe. Buckle up.
So, why did we need all the extra little side plots? It makes no sense. They don't help the movie whatsoever. We don't need the extra. Cool, you lost your driver, but was he really a driver in the first place? We never saw a heist where they needed a driver. All we saw was them destroy a car and 3 other people. But Waingro was driving cars. Waingro never drove the car. He wasn't the driver. Kilmer's the one that crashed the truck into the other truck. Trejo was driving the one car, and Neil was driving the other car.
Listen, as we learn in the infamous movie Baby Driver,
The-
a getaway driver is an art, bro.
But again, the guy they got rid of didn't drive.
Yeah, but you know what he did do, Ethan?
Killed people for no reason. Which is
Other
also
than
another
that,
side
do you
plot
know what
that
he
didn't
did do,
need to-
Ethan? He rocked a zip up hoodie with nothing else underneath and chains, just full on chest meat, like a baller. Blake, I need you to bring that back.
But then
I need you to bring
but
out.
then
I need you to
also-
bring back the zip up hoodie with nothing else on it, and like it's quartered to
You're asking the wrong guy.
full on man.
like also why we didn't need we didn't need the fry cook. Didn't need to happen. Let that man live his life. We could have had him say no, and then it's just like, okay, it adds nothing and it loses nothing from the movie. Because in the end, they don't even make it to the fucking getaway car. They don't make it to the getaway car. They don't need a driver.
They make it seem they do it for the 5 minutes that you think it makes you think that Trejo ratted on him, which not believable. I don't disagree. It's a bit much. I don't love the Natalie Portman unalived. Is that woke? Is it too
Felt
woke for me
weird.
to say
It
unalived?
felt weird and random.
I was getting there. Okay.
I was just gonna run
Why
through the
did-
side plots because some of them I don't really
Oh,
like.
fair.
Like most of them I
That's
don't.
fair.
Most of them I don't mind because it is real character development. The Natalie Portman stuff, I don't know.
I
Do
think
I
they
need to hear
simply
about
did
her
that to.
berets and what she doesn't.
I think they did that to bring Vincent back with.
They tried to. That's them trying to ground him into an actual person because it wasn't his wife.
They were trying
Like, he
to. It
didn't
was
care
like
about his
it-
wife.
Yeah, that's what it was like.
So they
them
were trying
showing
to-
that he has other emotions outside of himself.
Exactly.
And
They were trying to show every single character had something else to care for other than what was happening, and then in the end they made everybody but Chris not give a flying fuck about anybody else. Yeah, he took her to the hospital, but like he left before they found out if she was actually truly okay. They said, "Oh, she's stable," but that doesn't mean anything. She literally lost like half her blood. Like she slit her wrists like crazy. Like her wrists and her legs, right? It wasn't just her wrists, like wrists and legs.
gone.
Like I'm sorry, but
Dead.
like you're not leaving the hospital if you actually truly care there. So it was like, oh yeah, these guys care about these people, but then they don't care about these people. So then what was the relevance of the plot? Oh wait, there is none. There is none.
I don't disagree entirely. I with what you're saying, the way you're saying it, I believe like yes, they're trying to build depth, but again, I don't really like the Natalie Portman side of it. Um, Another one of the nitpicks I had, yes, I wish they would have done this a little bit different. And I guess you can say Vincent's ego is like, no, I'm not gonna get them while they're in the act, but like not in the act. I'm gonna get them when they actually fucking take something. So it's an ego thing, which is a tad unrealistic. Um, but yes, Ethan, you are right. They could have got him for B&E at Precious Metals. Like they fucking
At the
souped
bare
up.
minimum. At
The
the bare
moment
minimum.
they break through the door, it's over.
Especially when you literally catch them red-handed with the drill. What are you doing with the drill there? What are you doing?
Yeah, bud, what you got there, bud?
What kind of repair are you doing? Are you are you
We're
licensed? Like
maintenance,
what are
sir.
exactly like what are you doing? Like, and you had them surveilled this whole entire time. You knew exactly what building that they were gonna like hit for the fourth time. For the fourth time, you're literally letting a height. You have you have a group that's going around robbing everywhere, and they've hit the same building 3 times, and you don't have extra security there after this first time. What are we doing? Like, I'm sorry, but if you stay that easy of a place to rob after you get robbed once, you deserve to be robbed. Like, I'm sorry. Like, especially if it's that big of a place, like precious metals and like all that kind of stuff. If you're gonna leave security and then also you know where they're going and you leave it to you don't have enough time to get like a better setup to where if somebody hits something with a gun, your whole entire operation is ruined.
Whoopsie daisy.
Like
Al
the
Pacino
cops
or
in this
Robert
movie
De
and that
Niro
are
is
just
the world's greatest detective.
he's a better detective than Vincent Hanna.
Nicking Pitt. The only other picking that I had was Neil going back for Edie makes him a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But he does redeem himself at the end when he's like he leaves her when
When
he
he
just bolts.
dies, he redeems himself when he dies.
Hey,
Yeah.
he said his literal last words were, "I told you I'm not going back."
he
So
hesitated though, so he also was a hypocrite there.
listen, a man has his code, even if he does go back on it. Any other picking
Uh,
nits?
why did there need to be a whole different bad guy
Okay.
when that was in the movie for no reason?
Oh,
Like I
Waingro.
get that well, Wayne Grow or Van Zant, like
Yeah.
they neither one of them are truly needed. Make it. Here's the thing: if you make it just Pacino and Neil and the rest of his crew, and none of that other stuff, it's a good movie to me. Like that's a good movie. You don't need all the other stuff over there. Leave it. You can find another way to make him come back for Edie in a different way. Make make him going to leave and then be like, "Oh, I want to go get Edie," and they have Edie, and he goes back for her to say like to get her out with him, and Hannah's waiting for him there, and that's where that shootout happens. Better movie, already a better movie.
Blake, do you know what Ethan just made me realize? He's gonna really like the town once we do that finally. Because Ethan just explained the ending to the town when Affleck's character goes back for Chris or not Chris, whatever her name is,
He would
Claire.
definitely like the town way better.
Like I just don't get it. Like you added extra bad guys for no reason.
I
Like
think they did it specifically to bother you.
Yeah.
they might have, you know.
They knew you
Good
were
on
going to
them
be
if
born, and they said, "This guy, we're going to bother him."
that's
Uh.
fair. Also, how did the cops just let Chris's wife on the balcony with nobody watching her? Because that's the
Okay, real
only way
quick.
she would
So
get a signal off.
I don't want to cross streams on this. Then let's go into unanswerable questions because this is one that I have. Uh, and maybe that's on me. I need to do a better job of like combining picking nits and unanswerable questions. You're right. How does Hannah, or no, after everything, why does Charlene let Chris walk away? Like,
Well, no, that makes total sense because he's letting her, or she's letting him like escape.
What did you say?
He,
yeah, like
he's not
why?
just walking because she actually cares about him.
Yeah,
She didn't want him an hour ago in the movie.
You
That
can't
part,
say
it
that.
bothers me. She literally
Like
wanted out. And then De Niro was like, no, you're going to stay.
he said, give her another chance, give him another chance, and if he fucks this one up, I will personally pay for you to get out.
And then he literally fucked it up. And that's why she
When
was
did he
getting
fuck
caught.
it up?
Ethan makes a good
When
point.
did he fuck it up?
He technically didn't.
I guess he technically.
If anybody fucked it up, it was Neil, because Neil got him shot and killed, or like got him shot.
Unanswerable question. We mentioned, do we need the Natalie Portman subplot? Nope. In my opinion, sorry, just it's weird. Especially you're in the final act. You're in the midst of the final act, and it's just.
You want to be honest? I think her whole character is pointless.
The
doesn't
way
really-
you broke it
It
down,
doesn't really
Blake,
bring
makes
anything
sense.
extra. It doesn't really bring anything extra to the story.
The way you broke
I
it down,
think-
Blake, and the way both of you guys actually broke it down in a good way, where you were mentioning how all of these characters have something to kind of humanize them, right? Other than Waingro, and Van Zant, all of these main characters, Neil, Chris, Torito, outside Trejo, kinda very slim, but then Pacino. All of these characters have things they do that are mostly bad in one way or another, but then they have these other things to bring them and make them human. However, some of it's too much fat. You got to trim some fat. Right? I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
But I think to say Portman's character is pointless is like just like it's hard to say that when it's truly the only thing he actually cares about, and like you see it multiple times throughout the movie. Like you see him not caring about Justine.
Yeah.
Like you see him not actively not caring about her, and like he stops and picks the daughter up on the way like to go and find the crew. Like him and his partner stop and like make her get in the car because she's just wandering the streets, like all that kind of stuff. Like he cares that the dad's blowing her off every single time she comes to him. Like it shows that like he was there for her when nobody else was, like that it like not even her mom, because him and he's staying at a hotel now because
Right.
and she finds the hotel room, and that's where she decides to do it because she knows that he'll be there.
Yeah.
So like
it
it's
is.
it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, like the extra slide, that extra point of her like trying to commit suicide, and that isn't needed or anything like that, but like her character is needed to just show that he actually does have like
A heart.
anything else other than just not caring about anything.
Unanswerable questions. The last one I had was how does Hannah get cleared to hunt for Neil for a coffee date? What's that? How's that expense report coming? Yeah, boss. So
I had him, but we just went to go have some coffee.
I need to commandeer the 405 because I just want to sit down for coffee. Any other unanswerable questions?
I mean, the ones I have, we basically answered, and picking nits and all that kind of stuff. Like, why let a crew go through with something when you know they're gonna do it?
Maybe I missed it. Did we ever get a coming together scene with? Oh yeah, Chris and Charlene after
No.
she shoot him away.
Nope.
Or told him that the cop was coming.
That was the last scene from them.
That makes sense. Like that makes sense.
Sure, but
All right, Blake just opened this Pandora's box. Do we need a new? This show is going to constantly add categories, and even just rotate categories. But is a new category what happens the day after? What happens in the next day? Right? Is that maybe that's a category? What happens? How does book it, Blake? How does Chris and Charlene get back together?
I was hoping the movie told me that. I'm not a writer.
I don't think they do.
But
At
they
least
have
not for a
to.
long
Why
time.
else would she have gave him the hand sign that she was a snitch or a rat or whatever, just for her to be like,
it's
yeah, I
her-
don't want nothing to do with you anymore.
Because it's her cutting ties. It's them finally cutting ties. It's him turning into Neil. It's the teacher. It's the student becoming the teacher because now he has nothing else. So now he can get away in 30 seconds.
Because the heat's around the corner. The heat was on the corner, and the heat let him
Exactly.
go.
The heat let him go as he's staring up like 100 feet to a balcony.
Shout out Val Kilmer. Shout out Iceman. We mentioned too long, too short, just right. You guys think it's way too long. I think it's a little too long. For movies, for this movie, past 2.5 hours is a little too much. Because you can trim out. You can trim out a good 20 minutes.
You cut out half the side plots, you're probably at an hour and 30 minutes, and it's a great movie.
What a hater.
Tell me I'm wrong. Like, tell me
Ethan's
I'm
gonna
wrong.
hate. Ethan's gonna hate the Oppenheimer review.
Dude, no, I love Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer's a great movie.
He's gonna
But
hate
you know,
the honesty when they
but you
cut
know
out
what it-
half the book.
Dude, well, they have to. That's
Yeah. Do you want to be in the
if they
movie
made
for
it-
9 hours?
Yes.
I mean, I honestly wouldn't be that mad about it. But
The last trailer they just dropped got me. I ripped my shirt off.
But
People did the trope of like Christopher Nolan trailers always look bad. It's like, shut up. Let's
but you know
right.
the difference between like you saying I'm gonna hate the Oppenheimer review and this. Oppenheimer is like a biopic. Like
It is a
it's
biopic.
real life. It's real life. Like it happened. Like they're going through what actually happened. This is made up, and you still have that many plot holes.
Listen.
Like you still have that many things that don't need there. Like in Oppenheimer, it's like, oh, okay, this happened, so like I can give it a pass. Like it's a side plot, but this happened and it's kind of important to history, so it actually matters.
I just can't wait to make Mac discuss the Florence Pugh sex scenes in Oppenheimer. I just want his in-depth analysis. That's all. Especially the one where they're in the interrogation and he's just looking and, great stuff. Fred VanVleet Award for Best Heat Check. I had Sergeant Drucker. I thought Drucker was Fred VanVleet in this movie. I really liked some of his stuff. None of the other characters stood out as a Fred VanVleet winner. Like, that would qualify. Like, Nate, kinda, but Nate's not just raining threes. Nate is coming in and he's like Tyus
I had
Jones.
Nate. I
be
think
honest?
no, but I think the scenes that he was in were impactful.
That's fair. I view him coming off the bench like current version Mike Conley.
Can I be honest?
Just to distribute.
I had Natalie Portman in this one, but that's because I think she did a really good job at what she was portraying and who the character wasn't necessary, like for the most part, and some of the side plot wasn't necessary with it, but she did a really good job in her role for the limited screen time that she got.
Ethan Pearson, big fan of berets. Any other Fred VanVleet nominees? Okay. Apex Mountain, heist movies,
Terrible cops
Terrible Cops. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
and bad acting.
Apex Mountain, books about medals. Open shootout scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, every single shootout scene was in the open virtually.
Well, I mean, just like in general, like
middle of a fucking street.
I thought, this is pretty good. This is a pretty high apex. I have a question mark next to this. Apex Mountain. Val Kilmer?
See, the thing is, like, I want to say no, but I also am not super familiar with Kilmer's work for the most
So
part. I just know he's super famous, and I really know he's just super famous because of Psych, and like how much like Rodan that loved him and wanted him in episodes and like got him in one before he
okay,
died.
so Top Gun is I did not realize Top Gun was 1986. Good God. So Top Gun is 86. Tombstone is 93. I mean 1995, hell of a year for him. He's in Heat and he is Batman. He is in Batman Forever.
Oh yeah,
He plays Jim Morrison in the Doors biopic. He's in The Saint in 97. Prince of Egypt in 98, Ghost in the Darkness in 96. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. These are in the 2000s now. Deja Vu in 06. Let's just throw it going through here. The Island of Dr. Morrow in 96. Definitely an all-timer year for Kilmer.
yeah.
Is it his best year? Very well. I mean, doing this movie and
Batman.
the Batman in the same year, 4-month stretch is pretty fucking baller.
That's fair.
Any other Apex Mountain?
I don't have any.
I left this blank, but I'm very curious to see if you guys had anything for it. I figured we'd leave it open for discussion. Gosling or Reynolds?
You want to know my honest answer and what I have written down verbatim?
Yeah.
I want neither of my sweet princes in this crappy ass movie.
You don't want Gosling to I have Gosling as Chris.
I have that.
Blake and I are fucking just on this.
I have that.
Blake and I are the Wonder Twins when it comes to this category. What was the last one? We had what was the last movie we did? What was it? Drama and Mickey 17.
Mickey
We both had-
17.
yeah. Yeah, we're on this. We're out here. What do you think? You think Reynolds could play a good Van Zant? Probably not. That was a bad one. All right. We should solo cam this. Blake, your letterbox review.
I gave it we should solo, but I gave it a 3.5 on Letterbox.
Out of 5 or 10?
Out of 5. 3.5
Okay.
out of 5. It would have been better had Al Pacino been better. Very disappointed. Like I said, I think too many plot holes, too many things going on. Pacing was bad. The true story between De Niro and Pacino, I thought was actually good, but all side plots can join in all into one story. I thought it was just all over the place. Personally, my opinion, obviously. I think again, it really kicks off the heist genre, so that gave it an extra boost, knowing that a lot of inspirations have come from this movie. So yeah, I give it a 3.5 out of 5. I will be rewatching it at some point, and then we'll see if it goes lower or higher. We'll see.
All right. We added this one. The real rating. We need a fucking little logo for this. Washow. Ka-chow.
I know, we need to have our own little fucking.
We need some gimmicks. In due time. In due time, boys. Real rating out of 10. I'm gonna go first, so Ethan can walk us off, I guess. Listen, you guys, I'm a whore for this movie. I out of 10 for me, it's an 8.75. This is one of my favorite movies. I understand what you guys are saying for certain plot holes and whatnot. I totally get it, but for me, this is This is magic. I adore this. So out of 10, 8.75 for me. Which I guess Blake, yours would be you're around a
Mine would
six
be
and a half to 7.
mine would be 7 out of 10
Yeah.
then. But if it's out of 10, I'm gonna lower it to 6.5 just because I can.
No, I think that's fair. The way you were putting it, I think that's fair.
It didn't get a 0.
Huh?
It didn't get a 0.
Here's what I'm anticipating. So like, I think Ethan is overselling his hatred for it because I think he doesn't like it. But I think there's movies out there that Ethan definitely, because Ethan has basically told us while we're on here so far during this, we're an hour 45 into this episode or into this pod, and Ethan has basically told us about 5 different times like they were almost there, but they did it too much. So like, I think there is a 1 hour and 40. There's a 1 hour and 50 minute instead of a 2 hour and 50 minute version of this that Ethan thinks is amazing.
Oh
I
yeah.
will say, like talking through the movie and like me coming up with things that like, yeah, this could have been good, but it just wasn't, and like all that kind of stuff. Gut reaction, like when I was filling this out like last night and earlier today, I gave it a 2 out of 10.
Okay, that's fine. That's
I gave
fine.
it a 2 out of 10. Right now, after like talking stuff through and like actually like having a conversation about the movie, I'd probably move it up to about a 4 because like there's definitely going to be movies that I hate more, and there's definitely going to
Yeah, you
be
can't have this
movies
one
that
at
are
2 because there's for sure
way better.
you're
But
for sure gonna hate movies
this
more.
this is a movie that I will destroy and like tear apart because it has so many issues. And when your number one or your 1A or 1B star is terrible at their job in the movie, it's going to make it a terrible movie.
Yeah, like anything below a 2.5 is reserved for movies like, I don't know, Blake. I can't think of a movie that bad. Like
Sure, I can think of one right now.
like the Eternals.
Hey now.
Don't
Hey,
you ever
hey,
ever
hey.
disrespect my Eternals
Is it
ever
the gimmick?
again.
Haven't we learned the gimmick is at least every other pod I have to tell you how bad I think the Eternals is? Outside of the
I love that movie.
outside
The
of
fact that you think
everything
this
involved,
movie's better than the Eternals is crazy.
everything about the Eternals that doesn't have to do with the girl who turns the celestial into stone, is bad, in my opinion. It's my hot take. It's not even a hot take. The Eternals is bad.
You're crazy.
Uh,
I'm talking like maybe Thor: Dark World, maybe the worst movie ever made.
Dark World.
Worst movie ever made is crazy.
That movie is bad.
It is
That
bad, but worst
Yeah,
movie ever made is
man.
crazy.
Captain Marvel.
Worst Marvel movie I've. I mean, no, it's better. Captain Marvel's better. It still sucks.
You guys went and saw like Ant-Man and the Wasp. Was that as bad as everyone said it was?
I saw Quantum Mania. That movie was trash. Kang.
We
awesome.
saw that together.
Kang was awesome.
Quantum
Everything
Mania
else was trash.
Jonathan Majors though, not awesome.
Well, Jonathan Majors is
Weird.
Kang is awesome.
A guy who got cleared of all charges. Yeah, that guy is perfectly fine.
Jonathan Majors, his alleged actions at the time, not great. Oh, Ethan left.
Ethan's mad because I said he was an innocent because he was.
Huh?
Sorry, not sorry. No need to fight over. We can still be friends, man. Come back. We can still be friends.
He's like not even interested.
I had an opinion. I thought he was innocent, and then charges got dropped. So it's like he's even more innocent now. Come on, buddy, come back. We're just two buddies. We're just two buddies talking it out.
No, I have no idea what happened. I genuinely have no idea what happened. I clicked my mouse once on accident and everything closed.
We're just two buddies talking it out.
I legit thought we had beef for a second. I thought we had real heat.
No.
I thought Ethan got incredibly
I literally clicked my
there.
mouse once and it just
you got sniped.
Everything
stopped. My heart stopped. I was like, "Oh God, no!" If you two can't be the ones that don't like each other. If that happens, then the world is ending. Okay. So 8.75 for me. Blake's like a 6.5. Ethan, what are we going to actually set yours at? Like a 3.5, 4?
Yeah, I'd say 3.5, 4.
Let's do 3.5. I'll give you 3.5. Lowers to a low score, which I respect because I think anything below that, you start getting into the pits of hell. And again, I think there's a version of this movie that you actually would like. Okay, last one, movie MVP. I think we all agree on this, right?
De Niro?
Absolutely. I think De Niro kills this.
Yep, I agree. He was the best part of the movie, in my opinion. God, if he wasn't good, this movie, I would not have been able to sit through 3 hours.
No, if both stars were bad, yikes.
As this being my third time watching this, I was enchanted with, like, maybe enchanted is not the right word. That sounds weird, but like, I was just incredibly drawn to like his ownage of the moment in every scene. You know?
Yeah.
That's fair.
So that was my excitement level for this for him. All right. A brief hour 50. We fought through some technical difficulties.
Sorry
Blake,
for being late. I fell asleep.
it's okay.
I tired.
Yeah, but you got up and we would have never
You
noticed.
bounced back.
You're a
You
pro.
bounced back.
You know what you are, Blake? You're a pro.
Thanks,
You
man.
just know that you got to start adding yourself twice in here now because for some reason when you only do it once it doesn't work.
Yeah, I guess. Stupid fucking.
All right. Is it who's up next? Is it Ethan?
I think it's me. Yeah,
Oh,
I think it's
Yeah,
me.
that guy. So it's back to you.
that guy.
Ethan's up next. For the next and Blake is giving you and Blake is fingering you. Blake's hitting you with the woogity woogity woogity.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, PG, my fault. I'm just trying. I'm
Um,
tired. I'm on fumes right now.
Blake's punch drunk. All right. Can't wait to see what Ethan dials up for us. Do you have any idea? Have you prepped?
I've been thinking. I don't
Fine.
know off the top of my head. I'll figure it out in the next day or so. And
Okay. So coming up, we have Ethan's movie. Well, we real quick. Do we have any in theater stuff between now and the wedding?
Yes. When's your wedding again?
The 20th.
June 20th, right?
Uh-huh.
Let me check the release date on it. Give
I
me a
just
second.
doxed my wedding. Come to
Un momento, por favor. It all depends on the release date. At least I'm gonna go see it.
what
Oh
movie
nope,
is
it's
it?
after. It's after. Supergirl.
Oh,
that's
okay.
fair.
Oh, damn. So
Can we
Supergirl,
do? Can we do
Spider-Man.
ET?
Can we do E.T.?
You guys can do that one. I'll be
Completely. I'm completely joking.
I'll sit
I'm
on that one.
completely joking.
Blake's not an E.T. guy. Okay. I just wanted to. Okay.
I'm checking right now.
So obviously July is going to be loaded for us. July we're going to have previews and reviews of both Brand New Day and The Odyssey.
I guess it depends. I'm gonna go see it. I don't know what you guys' interest level are, but Mando and Grogu comes out at the end of this month, which I will be seeing.
I don't know if I want to see it. I haven't been dialed into Star Wars.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I
Masters of the
haven't watched
Universe.
Anything. He-Man.
That might be
It'd be-
worth seeing, but I don't know if it'd be worth reviewing.
Oh, dude, fucking Disclosure Day.
So you're in on Disclosure Day.
Oh, I am all the way in on Disclosure Day.
Is Disclosure Day like the follow-up or like the beginning of Independence Day? I haven't like are those two movies connected at all? I don't know. Like I've been trying to figure that out.
I cannot tell you, but it does not matter. Oh, dude, of course. Toy Story 5 on June 19th, man. We gotta do Toy Story.
So we're gonna go from the rehearsal dinner to
Toy Story 5. Absolutely.
Wouldn't that be something? Night out with the boys. Okay, so the week of my wedding, we're going to be doing an in-person fivesome.
And that's for sure Oppenheimer.
I don't know if that's confirmed yet, but Mac name dropped Oppenheimer. Nick name dropped Whiplash, which would be interesting, but I don't know. I think I would
Whiplash would
rather
be
do.
good.
Part of me-
I
part
like
of me would rather-
Oppenheimer, so I'd be okay with it.
Part of me would rather do Oppenheimer than Whiplash. So that is future. Just want to let everybody know we're going to be doing a. I don't know when the first in-person one for us will be. It might probably end up being one of the reviews, probably the Spider-Man review, if I had to guess. Because if I had to guess, we're probably going to go see it, and then the night of, we're going to go do a review for it. Which, at least that's what I would like to do
Of what?
for like Brand New Day.
Yeah, we'll be doing an instant.
Yeah, we're going to have to do instant reacts for Brand New Day and Odyssey.
Actually, guys, I think I might have my movie.
All right, what do you got before we wrap this up?
Can we do Catch Me If You Can?
That's a good one.
It's a really good one.
That's a good one. All right, could be Catch Me If You Can. We'll see if Blake wants it or not. All right. That's going to do it for this episode of the Real Ignorance Podcast. Like this video if you like this video. Thank you for hanging out with us for our longest, well, not our longest episode, but a very interesting discussion, as always. For Blake, for Ethan, thank you guys for joining. We'll see you guys next time. Until then, enjoy the show. I don't know. I need to think of a fun tagline for this, but we're out. We'll see you guys. Peace.